Today I'll be presenting on Piaget's stages of cognitive development. Let us discuss a brief history about Jean Piaget. He was a Swiss biologist, philosopher, and also a psychologist. He was born on August 9, 1896 in Switzerland, and he died in September 16, 1980 at the age of 84. About his educational background, he received a PhD in neuroscience from the University of Neuchâtel in 1918. A brief introduction of today's presentation. Jean Piaget was a renowned psychologist and cognitive theorist in the 20th century. He focused on child development, and his theories came from observing children and recording their development. Piaget wanted to know how children learn through their development in the study of knowledge. He also brought attention to the idea that children are not just small adults. He believed that children act as little scientists, exploring their environment to gain understanding. He thought that children do this naturally without any adult intervention. Piaget also put forth the idea of distinct developmental stages through which children learn language, memory, and reasoning. So each stage has different milestone and skill. In this presentation, we will discuss Piaget's 4 stages of cognitive development and the key concept and how people can use them to help children learn and develop. So now let us try to understand what is cognition. The term cognition is derived from the Latin word cognoscere, which means to know or to recognize or to conceptualize. Here, conceptualize means to have an idea about a certain things. Cognition is the mental actions or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thoughts, experience, and the senses. So this process takes place in the brain, including thinking, attention, language, learning memories, and perception. Now let's discuss about what is cognitive development. So cognitive development means the development of the ability to think and reason. So children ages at 6 to 12 usually think in concrete ways. These include things like how to combine, separate, order, and transform object and action. Now let us discuss the key concept. Schema. Schema is a category of knowledge or mental template that a person develops to understand the world. It is a product of experience. For example, a child can develop a schema of a dog. Initially, the word dog only refers to the first dog they meet. However, over time, the word comes to represent and include all dogs. When a child puts this schema together, they may call every similar animal a dog before they master the category. So this schema constantly grows and adapts as children gain new experiences, giving them the structure to acquire knowledge. Piaget also suggests this occurs in 2 ways, in assimilation and in accommodation. Assimilation. Here, assimilation means a child uses a pre-existing schema to understand a new situation. For example, if they meet a new breed of dog, they may include it in their schema for dog, even if it looks different to dogs they have previously encountered. The next one, that is accommodation. Accommodation means a child adapts a pre-existing schema to fit a new experience or object. For example, if a child encounters a cat, they may add it to their schema for dog until someone explains that dogs and cats are different. They will then adapt this schema to their new information. The next one, that is equilibration. So according to the theory, equilibration is what motivates children to continue through the stages of cognitive development. When a child assimilates new knowledge, their worldview is inaccurate, so they are in a state of disequilibrium. These states motivate the child to accommodate new information and reach a state of equilibrium. Now, we will discuss the four stages of cognitive development. The first one, that is sensory motor. From birth to 2 years, here the child understands world through senses and action. The second one, that is pre-operational state. From 2 years to 7 years, here the child understands world through language and mental images. The third one, that is concrete operational. From 7 years to 12 years, here the child understands world through logical thinking and categories. The final one, that is formal operational. From 12 years to above, here the child understands world through hypothetical thinking and scientific reasoning. The first state, that is the sensory motor state, from birth to 2 years, it is known as infancy. In this state, babies or infants start to build an understanding of the world through their senses by touching, grasping, watching, and listening. They also begin to develop a sense of object permanence, which means that they understand that objects exist even when they cannot see. For example, a child who understands cause and effect may intentionally shake a rattle to make a noise or cry in order to gain attention. The second one, that is pre-operational state, that is from 2 years to 7 years. Here it is known as toddler and early childhood. In this state, children develop language and abstract thoughts. This means they can think about concepts and ideas that are not physical. They also begin symbolic play, drawing pictures and talking about things that happened in the past. Example, a child imitating the way someone talks or moves even when they are not in the room. Third one, that is concrete operational state, here from 7 years to 11 years. In this state, a child learns logical, concrete rules about objects such as height, weight, and volume. They also learn that an object properties stay at the same even if the appearance changes. Example, modeling a clay. Now, in this stage, children will be able to organize crayons into groups based on their color. The final one, that is formal operational state, 12 years and above, here it is known as adulthood. In this final state of cognitive development, children can learn more sophisticated rules of logic. They then use this rule to understand how abstract concepts work and to solve the problems. The children can analyze their environment and make deduction. They can also create theories about what is possible and what might happen in the future based on their existing knowledge. Children at this stage can also examine and evaluate their own thoughts and actions. For example, if they argue with a friend, they can consider how their opinion or behavior might have contributed. They can then decide how to approach the situations. Now, let us sum up Piaget's stages of cognitive development. Piaget's stages of development is a theory that children go through distinct changes from birth to adulthood, with each stage bringing new skill and milestone as they develop their knowledge of the world. Piaget believed that children develop through a continuous drive to learn and adopt schema, which are mental templates that help them understand things. His ideas still have a considerable impact on children's psychology and approaches to education. However, there are criticisms of Piaget's theory, such as the skill and milestone he outlined may happen at different ages that he suggests. Thank you for listening to my presentation.